Hello guys, this is T-Port Guides and this is our tutorial 5, part 5 for the Java Associate Study Guide. In this tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to go through the operators, the group types and the grouping of operators within Java. There is about 4 groups and over I think 15 different operators that we can come across within Java. So the groups of these operators are the assignment operators, the arithmetic operators, the logical and the relational operators. And as you can see, we've got 3 for the assignment, about 6, 7 for the arithmetic, 3 again for the logical, and about 6 for the relational operators. I mean, there is probably more operators within Java, but for the associate study guide to pass the exam, you just need to know a bit of these operators, so you don't need to go into the complex part. But before we talk about each one of these groupings of operators and how they work, I just want to tell you guys a bit about operands and what operands are. Operands, they are the values placed to the right or to the left side of operators. So all our additional, like the assignment, the arithmetic operators, mostly use 2 operands, and 2 operands. They use 2 operands. So this is operand 1, this is operand 2. All these use 2, but we've also got operators that use 3 operands. That's the ternary, conditional ternary operator, which uses 3. Let me show you guys that. Which uses. Okay, I'm gonna make this a bit smaller so you guys could it might be a bit more clear. So yeah, this is operand 1 after the equal sign, operand 2, operand 3. And if you guys don't really understand what these ternary operators are, don't worry about it. I'm going to make a separate tutorial after this tutorial, just explaining how these work, because this could be a really complicated subject to understand sometimes. And we've also got the prefix and the post prefix, which only uses 1 operand, and that looks a bit like this. So these use only 1 operand. Okay guys, now that you guys know a bit about what operands are, like before what I said was that operands were the values placed to the right or to the left side of operators, we're going to move on to the groupings of each operators. I'm going to start off with the assignment operator. So as we said before, the assignment operator at its simplest would be this: the equal, the compound additional, the compound subtraction. So now I'm going to be just telling you guys what the assignment operators are. The assignment operators assign values to variables at their simplest. The assignment operator moves valid literals into variables or cause compiler error when the literals are not valid. So let me just show you guys a valid literal when you're moving into a variable. A valid one would be, for example, if we have Boolean, and we have let's say we have a variable called T-Port Guides. Let's just make it T-Port G. Okay, and then equals true. This would be valid. But if you was to put this 1, because we're expecting a Boolean value within the variable T-Port G, this would cause a compiler error, because you shouldn't be assigning 1 to a Boolean type variable. It should be either true or false. That's what it should be. Okay. And also invalid. Another invalid I just want to bring to you guys' attention is that another invalid assignment would be if you was to write true, because we need to not forget that this word true has to be in must be in lower cases. And also another example I'll give, it wouldn't be a Boolean. I'll give you guys a byte. Let's say a byte, again T port G. If we was to assign this 500, this would also give us a compiler error. You might be thinking why, but the thing is, the word byte, we should not forget that a byte cannot exceed 127, the number 127, because we've got 8 bits within a byte, and the total we can make would be 127. So this would be wrong. This would cause us an error as well. But if you was to say 65, because it's less than 127, it wouldn't give us a compiler error. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about compound assignment operators. Compound assignment operators are these. These are compound assignment operators. And what they do, what they're used for normally, are to cut down on keystrokes. It is generally good practice to use the former longhand approach, since the code is much more clear and more readable by us and other users. I'm going to just show you guys how the compound operators work. The compound operators, let me just do this. Let's just start with this one. Okay, so let's just say that we've got a variable called, just like the guide, this associate guide, it would be, let's say, gold coins equals gold. I need to make it same as that, so gold coins. Let's just make this capital as well. Plus 99. So this is not a compound assignment variable. So a compound assignment variable of this would be this would be that, but we put equals here and take away this. So this is exactly the same as that, but this could get a bit confusing because it's much more harder to understand by associate programmers. So I would advise you guys to go for this approach. And also the other compound would be the minus. Let's just say the -1. We're saying that gold coins was, let's just say minus. Let's just say, let me just give gold coins a value. Coins, let's just say int equals 100. So here we're saying that gold coins equals minus 99. So the answer should be 1. So this is exactly the same as this. That is exactly the same as this. These, if you run these both within the Java compiler, you should see that they both give you the same result. So the result should be 1. That's what the result should be. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the arithmetic operators. In the exam, it would include about 9 arithmetic operators. 5 of these operators are used for basic operations within Java. And these are like the additional, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. These are the basic ones. But there are also other 4 operators that are also used for incrementing and decrementing a value. We would actually examine both of these. We would examine the 5 operators used for the basic first, then we'll move on to the other 4 operators. Within Java, we've got the arithmetics. We're going to first of all do these. The additional. And here, as I said, 4. There are 4 different types. I mean, these you can see, okay, there is 2. But we've got the prefix and the post prefix for each one of these, which makes it 4. So we're going to examine those as well after the first part. Okay, we're going to start with the addition, an addition example. What I've done is I've declared 2 variables called goldfish and silver coins. Not goldfish, sorry. It's gold coins and silver coins, and I've given them, assigned them with the values 50 for each one. And here, what we've got is a print line statement, which would print out what we've got in these brackets. In these brackets, whatever we've got in here would be getting printed out. So the first thing we've got is gold coins. As you can see, I've got it in between a double apostrophe. So this would be printed out as a string and not the value within the variable here. So 50 wouldn't be printed here. It would just print out a string that says gold coin. Let's just change it to gold coins. And then this, you can say that this is, it's not a plus, it's not adding this to that, because this is a string and this is a int, because I've said int here, and this is a string. It's not adding, but it's actually what we use to bring 2 variables together. It's what we use to print out something. Yeah, basically printing out bringing 2 things together to print out. And then I've got another thing here, so it's bringing this string after gold coins, and then the value of inside this. As you can see, because I haven't put the double apostrophe, is printing out the value inside this variable. These are variables, these are just strings. So what we should get printed out would be equals. No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I'll just write equals. But the thing here would be getting printed out. It will say gold coins, then 50. Because I haven't left the space here, it would have been 50 straight away without a space like that. But now that I've left the space, it's going to be like that. Then followed by silver coin, then 50 again, 50 again. Also, another thing what you could do is you could do this. Let's just say you want to add these. You want to add these 2 variables. You don't want to print out any string. So if you do this, the answer that what would be printed out would be 100. That's what would be printed out on your screen. Okay, I'm nearly reaching 15 minutes, and I can only record for 15 minutes. So I'm going to carry on with the tutorials on the next video, which I'll release very soon. Please also subscribe to my page, because I tend to do lots of these associate Java guides for you guys. And also I'm planning to release some other material within the future, which may help you guys with some of the exercises within this study guide, like the how to add binary bits and stuff like that. So thank you, and see you guys in the next tutorial.